So in this episode of How to Survive on Little Money, I'm going to show you how you can survive on just £10 a week, okay? And this £10 has to cover our breakfast, our lunch, and then our dinner as well. So it's going to be another interesting video as always. But before we go ahead with the video, I need a very small favor from you, and that is I need you to smash the like button for me and give this video an early like. You see, the like button on YouTube is a very powerful tool, and it will help the video to reach more people so they can see this video as well. So help a brother out, smash the like button for me. Thank you. And if you haven't already seen it, I've already done videos on how you can survive on just £20 a week, on £15 a week, and we did this fairly comfortably with even some spare change left on the side as well. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go and check those videos out. I'll make sure I leave the link somewhere in the video for you to see, somewhere here, and I'll also leave the link in the description box for you guys to check out, okay? So why live on just £10 a week? The reason is that I believe food is an area where we can save a lot of money and help us to reach our financial goals a lot faster, but yet people seem to take it for granted. If I needed to save money for anything very quickly, one of the first places I'll look at is food. And how extreme I go would depend on what my financial goal is at that time. Alright, so we're going to get ready to go and do some shopping in a minute. But before we head off to shopping, you know the usual routine. We have to create our shopping list, and we have to try and stick to this list no matter what happens. So what I'm going to do today to help me stay within my budget is that I'm going to look up the prices of these items before I head off to the shop to give me a rough idea of how much it's going to cost me. So say for example, if I want mixed vegetables, I'll go on let's say Aldi's website, and I'll type in mixed vegetables, and you can see that the cheapest one is coming up as 69p. So I'll round it up to 70p and I'll write it down. So now I already have a rough idea before I get to the shop. I know how much it's going to cost me already. So this will help me to stay within the budget. And I'm mainly doing this because of the challenge, because I want to stay within that £10 and I don't want to go over by 1p. So this time around, we're going to try Aldi for the first time. I think the last two videos I did on surviving with little money, we did the shopping at Lidl, because Lidl is mostly where I do a lot of my shopping. But in the last video that I did, someone in the comment section suggested that I should try Aldi because the stuff is a lot cheaper. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. Alright, so let's create our shopping list. And as usual, we're going to try and buy everything from scratch, apart from certain things that we always have at home that we don't buy every week, you know, like your oil, your sugar, and you know, certain seasonings. It's not stuff that you buy every week. And if you're buying a pack of sugar every week, then I'm sorry, but I worry for you. Okay, so let's start with our breakfast for the week. And for breakfast, again, I'm gonna have oats and some bread. You know, this is usually what I have every day pretty much, and I enjoy it. So that's what we're gonna go for, and it's very cheap as well. And so for that, we're gonna need some, obviously we're gonna need oats, we're gonna need some bread, we're gonna need some evaporated milk, and then we're gonna need I want to buy some bananas with that as well. Okay, so that's that for breakfast. And I checked the prices for this already. The oats is going to cost me 75p. Bread it's less than 50p from what I saw. The evaporated milk, I think it was around 45p. And then bananas, I estimated, I don't really know the price of that online, but I estimate maybe 75p for the bananas. So that should cover me for breakfast. So for lunch and dinner, I'm going to make 2 meals, because I don't want us to be eating the same food for lunch and dinner throughout the whole week. After a while, you know, that gets a bit boring. But I don't want it to feel like torture just because we're trying to save money. Even though I can do it with no problem, I do it all the time. I have the same food for lunch and dinner throughout the whole week. But I want to make it interesting and give us a few options to choose from. So maybe have this for lunch, and then that for dinner, and then maybe swap it around the following day, you know, that sort of thing. But unfortunately, the only problem is I'm not the best cook in the world, and we're not going to be making anything fancy, but I'm going to try my best all the same. So this time around, I want to make something slightly different. I'm going to make some rice and some spaghetti with some corned beef stew. Only my true Africans know about corned beef stew. And the reason why I want to make corned beef stew is you can have it with a lot of things, you know. So you can have it with the rice, you can have it with the spaghetti, and a lot of other things like yam and potatoes as well. And what I like about it is that it's very simple and easy to make. It's also very delicious, and literally if I can make it, anyone can make it. And also for the rice, we're going to buy brown rice this time. You know, I've switched to brown rice now as a healthier alternative. You know, only a few years ago, I could eat a whole pot of rice and nothing will happen to me. You know, I'll look the same. But since the pandemic, I eat a little bit of rice and I get absolutely bloated. So I thought, you know what, it's time to change. And I switched over to brown rice, and, you know, it's been working incredibly. You know, I'm starting to see the difference. I don't get as bloated. And you know what, the taste is not as bad as I initially thought. All right, so these are the ingredients we're going to need for the lunch and dinner, okay? So let's have a look. So I already checked the prices already. So brown rice will cost me 90p. Spaghetti will cost me about 60p. Onions will cost me about 55p. Mixed vegetables, which I checked earlier, round it up to about 70p. The corned beef, I'm estimating around £3 for 2 corned beefs. I'm gonna need some chopped tomatoes as well, roughly about £1.35. Tomato paste, 35p, and then garlic, about 20p. Okay, so I think I got everything that I need on the shopping list. But this time around, the shopping is going to be a little bit more difficult to do because I don't have a car. I have this electric scooter right here, and it's going to be very difficult to film as well. And the reason why I'm using this scooter is because my wife has the car. These days, she uses the car more because she has my daughter. And, you know, I just pretty much left the car with them and I just find my way around, you know, with this scooter. You know what, it's very convenient. You know, it's very good for commuting. It saves you lots of time and money as well. So I really like it. The only problem is like when it rains, you really get drenched, like you get absolutely soaked when it rains because obviously you're running against the rain, so it really beats you down hard. But apart from that, you know, it's a very good machine to get you around. So this scooter costs about £650 to buy, but the best part is I only paid about £300 for it, you know, thanks to the stock market. So what happened was I saw an opportunity in the stock market with a stock called, I think it was CrowdStrike, and the stock was down heavily. And obviously I put some money on it because I knew it was going to bounce back up. I didn't think it would come back that quickly, but within less than 2 months, I was up well over £300. And then I took out my money because, you know, the stock market has been very choppy and up and down this year. And I didn't want to lose the gains that I made. So obviously I took out my money. But if I didn't need to buy the scooter, I'd have definitely left the money in there because since I took my money out, it's gone up even more significantly. So, but I had to do what I had to do. But guys, that is the power of the stock market. All right, guys, so before we head off to shopping though, I need to stop by the gym and get my workout done. So I want you guys to follow me to the gym to do my workout. And also, because I'm on a scooter, I can't take carrier bags. So I got my work bag with me because it's quite big and it can take a lot of stuff. So I'm going to take this bag with me today. But yeah, before we go shopping, follow me to the gym and let's get some workout done. Morning, hello. How you doing, right? Yeah, not bad, not bad. Can I go through? I already booked in. Yeah, cheers, thank you. Yeah, Charlie, say.
Yeah, fine.
Nice one, nice one. Yeah, Charlie, my best shopping can for YouTube video be a man.
No
Business say.
Yeah, fine.
Nice one, Charlie. With the scooter, I say choice to say, I remember. Alright guys, so right now we're in a shop called Insawa Market. So Insawa Market is basically an Afro-Caribbean store. It's actually a family-owned business, you know, with my family. We just opened it recently, I think about a month ago. So what I usually do is if I need to get anything, obviously rather than purchase it elsewhere, I rather obviously keep the money in the family and buy whatever I need from here. So today from here I'm going to get some tin tomatoes, some tomato paste and some garlic. I think that's all they have that I can get from here today, and then from here I'm gonna go off to Aldi and get the rest. And also, if you don't know as well, usually on my off days I always come here as well to try and support, you know, I'll go behind the till I do whatever. I'll be wiping down, you know, the products and everything, you know. So yeah, we all take turns and try and support the business so that it can grow, especially in this early stages like this. What's weeping na minyawa.
£2.5p.
£2.5.
So
yeah, sure. Or if you garlic.
Can use card. £2.25p.
Alright, cool. In the card.
Into music card.
Card, yeah.
Into music card.
Me to use the card.
Music
Come
card.
on for there.
Receipt,
yeah, fashion bag. Charlie. If you're ready for me, garlic, I'll call you for garlic. Alright, Charlie. Look at Audi Abasi.
Okay, alright. Have a nice day.
Alright, man. I think I've got everything I need now, but I have a sneaky feeling that I might have slightly gone over budget. So yeah, it's a moment of truth. Let's find out. Okay, so altogether is £7.95. And how much did we spend earlier? We spent £2.25. Yeah, I think I might have slightly gone over budget, you know. This is not good. Alright guys, so I just left Audi not too long ago, and I must admit, you know, I'm not very happy because I think I might have slightly gone over my budget for the first time. This is probably due to miscalculating some of the prices of the item, but yeah, I'm not happy. I think I went over, but I'm gonna find out when I get home and I calculate it. Alright, see you soon. Alright guys, so I'm back from the supermarket now. I think I got everything on our list right here. Everything is literally here. But on the way home I was working out obviously whether I went over or not, and obviously I realized that I clearly did. I went over our budget of £10, not by much, just a little bit though. At my family grocery store we spent £2.25, and then at Aldi everything amounted to £7.95. So in total we spent £10.20. So we went over slightly, which I'm not happy about because I really wanted to obviously stay within that budget of £10 as I mentioned, but I kept on trying to figure out how I went over, because before I went, remember, I did a bit of research and I had a good idea of how much everything was going to cost me before I went. But then that's when I realized that when I went to my parents' grocery store, I bought 2 of these instead of 1. This is the tomato paste. You know, I only put down 1 on the list, but I accidentally got 2. I don't know why and how I did that. So if I deduct that from everything, so that cost, I think it was 35p from what I remember. So if I deduct that from our total, that will bring it down to £9.85. So we definitely hit our goal, and we're definitely within that £10 target, because I'm definitely not going to use this. I only need 1 of it, so I'm going to take that out. You know, I've said that I made that error, but it is what it is. But I think we did a fantastic job, and we still remain within our £10 target. Alright, so I've got everything that I need right in front of me. Now I'm going to go to the kitchen, I'm going to whip up something, and I'm going to show you what is possible with just £10 a week, okay? Vamos! Alright guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, the food is ready and we have some amazing selection in front of us, and all this was possible for less than £10 guys, less than £10. So just think about all the savings that you're going to be making if you're able to stick to this sort of budget for the week. You're going to save tons of money. That's why I always say and stress that if you want to save money, one of the first places you need to look at is your food bill, because a lot of times we end up buying a lot of food that we don't actually end up using, and it just goes to waste. So food is a great place to save a lot of money. That's why I always go on about it and I make these type of videos, you know, because you can save tons of money by just cutting how much you spend on food. You know, with me, like I said, every time I need to save money, one of the first places I always look at is my food bill. How much am I spending on food currently, and if I can cut it a little bit more. So for breakfast, this is what we've got here. We've got some oats with some bananas in it, which I think is quite healthy in my opinion. And for lunch and dinner, we've got these two. We've got some brown rice and some corned beef stew and some spaghetti and some corned beef stew as well. And we can mix that. We can have this for lunch today, that for dinner, then vice versa the next day, that sort of thing. If you get tired of that as well, I also got some bread as well. Remember, I bought some bread as well, so you can make yourself a sandwich or that sort of thing. And, you know, just mix it up so that you don't get bored of the same food. But with me, usually I'm fine with this sort of selection. I can have this throughout the whole week with no problem. And I also made a lot of food as well, especially the corned beef stew, and I think it's going to last me more than a week, to be honest with you. So guys, so less than £10, this is what you can have. And just to prove that we did go under £10, remember I said I'm only going to use one tomato paste. So this is the other one that I didn't use. I only needed one. So I think our total spend came up to £9.85, which is obviously under £10, and I'm very happy with that. This for £9.85, honestly, that is amazing. So thank you if you made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button for me, because it really helps the video to reach more people so they can see it as well. If you're new here and you want to join this family, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hey, tenga un buen día. Hasta pronto. Paz.